Hey, this is Bubba, aka real name Robert, aka game name AssClown, Bubba the Ass Clown. And this is what are your AKs? Name all your AKs.
Oh my
AKA.
God, I couldn't
I
get
said
through all my
AK. I
AKs.
meant AKA. You know what I meant. But
Oh, let's see if I can do it. Curtis Candy, SpazGamer, Shotgun Boy, Mr. Jingles, Luther the Troll, Slow Joe Latrell, and then there's the female Jenna. I can't do it. Can't do it.
okay, well it's great. Thanks for coming on my show, Kurt. It's great having you. Just
Us.
tell us a little about tell us a bit about yourself if you don't mind.
Oh man, I'm an old, beat up man who spends a lot of his time acting like an asshole on the internet.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, because I spent the early parts of my life acting like an asshole in person, so now I've moved to the internet. Because now I
Can I
can.
add something real quick?
Sure.
So, not just an asshole, but you're a lot like me. Like you're easily amused at the stupidest things, just like me.
Oh,
That's no
without
offense,
a question.
that's me. But
I've always defended myself with that because when you have a tiny penis, you have to be easily amused by the smallest things.
hey, you said that I didn't. But
Yeah, I learned it early on.
anyhow, so I look at other people. They seem more intuitive of what's funny and what isn't. And I think to myself, and before the interview yesterday or a day or two ago, I thought about you and me, and I thought to myself, what the fuck is wrong with us?
Oh shit, I get asked that all the time. When I was doing stand-up comedy, just in the Northeast here, I was thrown out for life of 3 different comedy clubs because
I think you tell,
I thought I was funny. Apparently, I'm not as funny as I thought I was at times. The Catch a Rising Star in Cambridge, they think I'm Satan. So
That reminds me of my very, very first stand-up show, which actually makes it even worse. My first stand-up comic show, I do it every now and then. Well, the place I did it at, it's mostly just singers and songwriters and poets. I figured they'd advertise a comedian coming. They didn't advertise any comedians at all.
oh, that's always nice. Yeah,
Everybody there wanted to hear music. Nobody wanted to hear a funny man.
I've done shows like that. Comedy when nobody expects comedy. Oh, that's as good as it gets right
You
there.
get the wrong crowd, the totally
Oh
wrong
yeah,
crowd.
and that means about 5 minutes in, you just turn on them and start ripping them up because it's a lost cause anyway. So
You might as well mute yourself at that point.
absolutely. I always said, even to a stand-up, listen, you paid a cover. I already got your money. Now, if I have a few laughs, that's all I really give a shit about. So I guess
if they
as a
don't laugh-
comedian,
if
I'm
they
the
don't
same
laugh,
way as
you
a
might as well laugh a
comedian
little
as I
bit.
am during sex. It's like a girl saying to me, "Oh, you know what? All my orgasms were faked." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, mine weren't. Who gives a shit?"
That reminds me, this may be a little crude. Another little quick bit in here. There's some people don't like me when I do comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I'll just go to their house and screw their wife right in front of him,
That works.
and he'll like it. It'll be the first time he sees her come.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I the list of people that think I'm not as funny as I think I am is endless.
So you were quite a wrestler yourself. I mean, I just did it for like a year and a half, not very long, because over here the indie scene's pretty much dead. At the most, you'll get 100 people in a crowd. It's basically a ring, and on 3 sides of the ring is like 3 rows of fold-up chairs. That's it.
No, I started back in 1981 in New Mexico. That's when I first broke in, and like you say, over the years, sometimes the indie scene would dry right up, but I wrestled from 81, and my last show was just a couple of years ago. Yeah, I love it. Every second of it. But I went over to, I don't know if you remember, the original Four Horsemen. One of them was Tully Blanchard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, when I broke in, his dad, Joe, ran a big organization over in San Antonio, Texas. So I went over there to try out with them, and that's when I realized that to do the big time in wrestling, you were on the road 250 days a year, and I said, no, I think I'll just stay local. Yeah, you can't have a home life.
That's one thing I thought about is, the easier life with like the TNA crew. Maybe not so much now, but I don't know how it is now. But anyhow, from my understanding, it's a lot lighter schedule. And if Vince McMahon offered me a full-time contract at WWE, I'd tell him to stick it up his ass. I mean, I joined the Marines. Yeah, that's different though because it's more like a duty than just about the money.
Absolutely.
Duty country. But I mean, as far as like career-wise, other than that, I'm not going to leave my family and friends full-time, live in hotels.
No, and the thing I found about it was I loved every second of it. And to me, it never mattered if there were 20,000 people there or 10 people there. I never once, and I did a lot of hardcore wrestling. I mean, hardcore is what they called it later in my career. Early
it wasn't
on,
traditional wrestling. It was all hardcore stuff.
Yeah, it was just beating the snot out of each other earlier.
CCW style, CCW.
But I never, ever took it down a notch because there were only 15 people there. I mean, it's wrestling. You're putting on a show. You're giving them
yeah,
all you
exactly.
got. The night that I actually set myself on fire, I don't think there were more than 30 people there.
Well, they paid for their ticket.
That's right. 30 people came to see and wanted to see some crazy, stupid shit. So we set a table on fire. I went through it, and the table lit me on fire. That was unpleasant. Who would have thought fire burns?
Oh, God. No shit. So we got, there's two main wrestling companies and one other one, ROH. So what do you think about the current wrestling product today as a whole?
The writing sucks, I think. The athletes are phenomenal. They've got some great wrestlers. I just think the writing right now it's just strictly my opinion, but I think the writing is piss poor. I'd just like to see some better storylines.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know about you, but I noticed a lot of other wrestlers, soon after getting into the business, they don't they stop being a fan. I mean, they stop being like a fan or a mark, whatever you want to call it, and they just appreciate the craft. They aren't really much fans. I mean, are you still a fan after being in wrestling, or did it change your aspect also?
Oh yeah, I'm still a fan of wrestling. Like I said, my only discontentment with it is the writing itself. I love wrestling. If they come up with better writing, I'll be watching more often. I still watch. Yeah, I know what you mean. Some people move away from it, but I mean, I loved it from the time I was 5, and I'll always love wrestling, but I'll just love it more if you write me a story that I really want to follow, rather than the same guys doing the same stuff every week.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm actually very entertained by the Aces and Eights thing. Have you been watching that lately?
Oh, I did see them. I did see a little bit of that. And I'm surprised. I like the Shield. The kids, those 3 guys are good athletes.
Yeah,
I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, that kind of, and also the possibility I'm reading about John Morrison coming back.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I think that is their biggest bust in history was letting that guy go.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete. He's a good-looking guy that that helps put female butts in the seats and male butts in the seats who are inclined that way to enjoying that type of thing, I suppose. Yeah.
What also kind of irked me, what I didn't understand was, when Miz and Morrison were the tag teams,
mm-hmm.
and why did Miz get the rub and not Morrison? That didn't make any sense at all to me.
I don't know. You never know what goes on with the intricacies of the politics of it. Although I will say this, Miz was better on the mic.
Oh yeah, sure.
Morrison's a phenomenal athlete, but your mic work's a big part of the business.
I mean, as far as ring work, I think Morrison was 300 times better.
He's a phenomenal worker. But then on the same token, I think Miz was that much better on the mic. He's very, and he's somebody that I didn't think I was gonna like when he came in. So it's kind of grudgingly, I got to admit, he did a good job. He's fun to watch.
So a lot of people in the wrestling business say never say never. Are we ever going to see a Curtis Candy return to the ring?
It's funny you mentioned that.
Occasional, maybe once a month, 2 times a year.
It would never be regular because I'm just too beat up. But my grandson is 4 now. Well, actually, he just turned 5.
Yeah.
He loves wrestling, and he keeps talking. He wants to watch my old tapes, and he keeps talking about Grandpa wrestling. And if I take the time to improve my because my cardio is shit right now. If I improve my cardio enough, I would go back in for one last time. And what I would try and do if I did it is live stream it on the channel.
So it'd be more like a Brock Lesnar schedule or a Chris Jericho schedule?
It'd be more like a guy who could die on contact at any point schedule.
So it'd be like an Undertaker schedule.
Yeah, exactly. Closer. And I think, I think Mark Calloway and I are just a few months apart in age, so I know where he's at.
He's in great shape for his age, by the way.
Phenomenal shape.
Him and Kip James is, too.
Who?
Kip James?
Yes. Yep.
So if you did get in the business, what kind of match style would be your most likely you think you'd be
I would never stop doing hardcore matches. If I got to the point where I couldn't go in and do hardcore wrestling, I just wouldn't bother doing it at all.
So you're 51, right?
Yep.
Picture this. How about this? The 51-year-old ladder match.
That works for me. Oh, that. You know what's funny is how
you do a ladder match. You do another one. You're in.
Yeah, heights were never my big thing. Whenever I climbed up there, it's like, oh shit, I gotta land on something at some point, and this is gonna suck. But it never stopped me from doing it. Actually, near the end of my career, though, I would always take the bump on my back rather than my feet, because landing on your feet just fried my knees.
Oh yeah, flat on your back's the way to go.
Oh yeah,
definitely. You learn that from day one.
Yep. And when I was younger, I didn't mind doing it. You come off the top with a double axe handle. That's a nice, easy move. But as you get older, I'd rather have somebody set up on a spot where they're on the mat and just have them roll out of the way, and I'll do the somersault in midair and land on my back.
That's one thing I don't understand. What's so impressive about someone going through a table? The table breaks their fall.
Yeah, if done properly. This thing about tables is, especially in the indies where you don't have quality equipment, it's always a wild card because, A, if the table doesn't break, that's going to hurt like a bitch.
Oh, yeah,
B,
Rob Van Dam bounced off a table I saw once.
Yeah, and sometimes the tables will shard, depending on what they're made of, and that could end up like a prison shiv shoved up your ass.
Oh, yeah.
So they can be interesting sometimes, tables.
So you're quite the YouTuber. You've been pretty successful lately, I noticed.
Well, you know what? The channel really, well, as you know, the channel started all on gaming, which my son and I love gaming, but we took a direction with the CurtisTheSpazGamer channel that was more towards comedy, because once I started doing those chat roulette videos,
oh, yeah,
that's what I like doing. I like improv. When I was doing stand-up, I improvised as much as I possibly could. So that fits right into my wheelhouse. I like straight-up stupid comedy, just like the video we just posted where Spaz Kid thought it was funny to shoot me with a BB gun while I was mowing the lawn, the little asshole.
I almost cracked up laughing right away. But now, during the video, I cracked up. I mean, during the interview, I almost did at first, too. But when I first saw it. But anyhow, so what made you decide to get into YouTube? Have you just like been watching it? You've been a viewer for years, and like I want to start making my own stuff.
Yeah, well, I had always been a YouTube fan, but what started us with our own channel was Spaz Kid and I were watching some other gamers. We watched C-Nanners, a few others, and they were all great gamers. I mean, phenomenal gamers, and I sucked ass. And I told Spaz Kid, yeah, I said, you know what would be funny? We should do a channel with somebody who sucks, and just so happens I fit the bill. So that's why we started the channel. I didn't even know you could monetize videos or anything. We were just doing it for shits and giggles. And we went out there, and one of the early videos I posted that was popular was where I showed all my kills over a 5-game stretch in COD, and there was a total of 1. That's how good I was. And that was a pure luck kill. I shot a guy in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, actually, honestly, I've been a fan of your channel from the beginning or near it, and I've enjoyed all your videos. I've been getting better over time, though, better and better. But have you ever looked at your old videos and like thought to yourself, "That is crap"? Like I'm embarrassed about that now.
I don't think only because of what I've done over the years. I never get embarrassed about anything because I've done so much stupid shit. If I got embarrassed by things, I'd be embarrassed every day. I like the way the channels come with the video quality, but I look back at stuff all the time and I look at myself and go, "Wow, you're a douchebag." But being a douchebag doesn't embarrass me, I guess. I've always said if I wasn't an asshole, I'd have no personality at all. So,
personally, I enjoy making a public ass of myself, honestly.
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
I don't know if you and other people are being nice, but I look back at my old channel with the Redneck Wrestling, and compared to my AssClown character, which I love and I'm a lot more comfortable with, it looked a lot more forced and like I didn't really enjoy. I look back at it and I'm like, I don't enjoy watching this like I do my videos now.
See, I liked your old videos and I like your new ones, but I think that's true of all of us. Is we all look back at stuff we did and think, wow, that sucked. I even do it because on the side I do a lot of writing. I do a lot. Well, not so much anymore because the channel's taking up all my time. But even in stuff that wasn't entertainment, I do SEO and research writing. And I'll even look at old articles I did and go, wow, you're a dick. That sucks. But somebody paid me for it. They were happy with it, but I still look at it and go, you're a hack.
Yeah, one thing I noticed about YouTube channels is, from this is my opinion, but for the most part, from what I noticed, it seems like the more popular a video or channel is, the worse the videos are.
I know what you're saying. I don't think that's always true, but there are some people who definitely, and I wouldn't mention any names, but yeah, you can see where they started to rest a little bit once they got popular. And it's like, if you're getting popular, that's the reason to pump more into it. But my channel started and always will be about community, because that's what's fun about it to me. That's why I respond to all the comments and stuff like that. Not because I have to, because it's fun.
Community is the best part of YouTube.
Oh my God, yeah.
10 to 1 over the rest. So I was wondering, though, I mean, I noticed I've been really enjoying your chat roulette videos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I missed your Happy Wheels videos.
Oh, I know. I kind of miss them, too. I might do them on the new channel.
But I actually a little interrupting myself here on about I'm easily amused just like you are. I'm like all over the place. So the first Happy Wheels video, so I was like a little kid's video. I'll watch it and see how it is. And then I was like, a guy goes through spikes and blood. I was like, holy shit!
That's what happened to me. As a matter of fact, the first Happy Wheels video we did, you can see it because that was my first experience with it. And that guy fell through the hole in the snow and down onto some spikes, and there was a big ice spike right up his ass. And I was like, yes, this is a game I can get into. And then he split in half. And he was going, I'll never forget that first one, because he's up on the ice spike, and I'm trying to get him off it, and he's going, it sounded like gay porn.
On Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, wow, this guy can take it up the ass. He's a real man.
I like how you got names for all the characters, too. But
yeah, that makes it fun. And,
okay.
and poor Lamar, I still say that somehow Happy Wheels is a racist game, because it seems like the black guy Lamar always gets the worst end of everything. Every level I go into play, poor Lamar starts off hanging from something or with something shoved up his ass, or poor Lamar.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, now back to the I get sidetracked easily.
Me too.
Constantly. So back to the chat roulette stuff. I noticed it seems like, I think I mentioned earlier, it seems the characters you're most comfortable, most naturally outward with is the Mr. Jingles, the guy with the mask, and the let's see, Slow Joe and the girl with the Sharpie nipples.
Sharpie nipples, yeah. Yeah, those are hot.
I just came up with that.
Well, you're not wrong. And the reason for that is Mr. Jingles is basically just an extension of a character I've been doing forever on stage and stuff. He's just an obnoxious douchebag. And to a lesser degree, same thing with Slow Joe. But I like the other characters, but they involve more thought. Whereas Mr. Jingles, Slow Joe, and yeah, even Jenna Baby, I'm just reacting. But when I'm doing the others like Latrell, and I'm doing the he's supposed to be the jazz man, very smooth. Yeah. So I have to think of how would that character respond. Same thing with Luther the Freak or something like that. But the ones you mentioned, I respond just how I would respond, so it makes it easier.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. And so I was wondering something else. Might get sidetracked easy, sorry.
That's all right.
Actually, I'll come back to that.
Okay.
One thing I wanted to bring up, I didn't know which point to bring it up in, but I noticed your last chat raw video. Those have been real popular. I know. So
well.
I was wondering though. I was wanting to bring up that there was one point where like the next girl you brought up, and then she looked like, they're all of age, but she looked like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. She looked like she may have, someone watching from outside not knowing would think, hey, she's like, that looked bad on you if she appeared to be underage. Right. And I was thinking that really says a lot about your moral character. Like, I want to be this straight up guy that, I'm a sick, perverted asshole, but I want to be straight up, and I don't want to be like an asshole that looks like I'm having underage people.
I know what you mean. That's the thing, because if they're on that, there's the train. If they're on that chat raw, which takes you through to the webcam girl site, they've had to prove that they're 18. They have to submit all the documentation. So I'm comfortable with that. It's just too creepy. I mean, that girl her profile said 18, but you saw she looked like she was 14. It's like,
oh yeah,
I gotta next this. That's
what I'm saying. Yeah. I didn't even really think about it, but afterwards I was like, that says a lot about his character. And I'm actually glad we didn't record this yesterday, because I'm able to bring this up. That I commend you for that. That says a lot about your character right there.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that just made me uncomfortable, because it's just the appearance. Because again, I wouldn't do those videos except that I know they have to be over 18. But That's just like, you look like you should be going to ninth grade biology class. We're not hanging around here. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So how do you like? Oh, I suddenly remember what I was gonna bring up a little while ago. It's gonna bug the hell out of me if we ended this without me bringing that. I was like 2 minutes. I'd be like, oh shit. But anyhow, so I don't know if you noticed, if you can tell, but on my redneck wrestling videos, I'd record. I'd have a webcam on top of the TV and record simultaneously with a game record and then put it together.
Yep.
Do you notice that? And we were able to tell that in the newer videos that I do the commentary separately.
You only what? Because I wondered for a while, I couldn't tell for sure if you were, but every once in a while your hands would come into frame and I'd see you wouldn't have a controller. But
oh yeah.
As far as your commentating on the game, no, you really couldn't tell. I mean, it sounded like you were commentating as you played, and but then, like I say, every once in a while I'd see your hands and it's like, oh, okay, this is added in, but it doesn't detract from the game any. When you think about most gaming videos, the vast majority of them aren't doing live commentary. It's all recorded over gameplay.
Well, honestly, I mean, it's still like live commentary, but I find for me it seems like my quality of commentary is better because I'm more loosely to be myself instead of focusing on playing the game.
Absolutely.
In my other videos, there's a lot of dead silence. Like I was so focused on the game, and then like I'd have a phenomenal match, and then like I'd have to trash it because it was shit commentary.
Well, the only reason that I was able to do the live commentaries, almost strictly live commentaries, on COD and stuff is because I suck. Now, if I was a good player, if I was trying to put out high-quality gameplay, I wouldn't have been able to do those for that same reason. But I'm so bad, if I'm not really able to concentrate 100% on the game, who's going to notice the difference anyway? Because once you get down in the gutter, you're in the gutter no matter what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. I remember there's something else. What do you think? You notice there's like the haters, like 10% of YouTube are, good regular people, 90% is good people, like 10% haters. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with haters if it's differently than what I do? I mean.
Oh, they're fun. I like having haters. For one thing, they're generally not much competition because when you get a hater in there, I rip right back at them because I like doing that. But it seems like the haters are, generally speaking, the slowest wits of all. So it's like shooting fish in a barrel. Usually I'll hammer them back with something, and at the best, I'll get as a response like, fuck you, or something like that, and that's all I get, and then they're gone, and I never see them again. But yeah, I always respond to them. That's fun.
So then making an impact on YouTube is like an omegle penis trying to please a woman.
Exactly. Like Slow Joe's yarn dick, yeah.
Yeah, I love the part where y'all. Most of y'all probably ain't seen it, but the part where how'd you get a boner? Starch.
Oh yeah, Mr. Jingles said that to him. Yeah. Because he found some peach-colored yarn so he could have a penis.
Yeah, for me, the way I deal with haters is, they used to be irritating. Actually, not too irritating, but nowadays I'm like, I'll reply with something like, "I love you too," or something like that.
Yeah, and that's, like I say, the haters are always going to be there. But again, maybe that's just the comedy background, but I enjoy that. I like getting into it with a good hater, but again, it's usually like shooting fish in a barrel. It's not a lot of competition.
Of course, us, we're like assholes and not really like pure assholes that treat people like shit. We're like, comical assholes. But,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of the haters don't realize. A lot of them are young and stuff. They don't realize I've been a dickhead for 50 years. You're not going to win a dick contest against me. You want to see who can be more nasty. You want to see who can be more creative about being mean. You're going to lose because that's what I do with life, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I can't help but compare the contrast between like the haters on the internet and the people are similar in real life. Like you ever been driving and then like someone like behind you wanting to speed and you don't want to, and they're laying on their horn and cussing and stuff, and then. And at the red light, you open the door, put the foot on the pavement, and then they shut up right away.
Always. Everybody's a big talker, and especially on the internet. When you have anonymity, then
Oh yeah, safety from being behind a keyboard and a
computer
screen. Yeah.
Oh sure.
Or it's like it's like I said, people in traffic, like like it's easy to like be mean to someone like from the safety of your vehicle. while
Sure.
you're driving.
And that's why my policy on the internet has always been every screen name I have, any place I am on the internet is either Curtis Candy or Rusty Williams, the two names I have. Both easily traceable, and I never use an anonymous name only because I don't say anything on the internet that I don't mean, and I don't say anything on the internet that I'm afraid to back up. So everything is easily traceable.
You ever read like a long line of comics and other videos? Like you see people they argue for like a month or two straight.
Oh yeah. I can't stay entertained that long. I don't see how they do it because there's nothing that holds my interest that long.
They're more easily amused than you and me are.
And it's like, I'm going to be the champion of this internet argument. That's like, just go masturbate because you're going to accomplish the same thing.
Well, here's the way I see it. Arguing on the internet this might be offensive, but arguing on the internet is like competing in the Special Olympics. Even if you win, you're still retarded.
You're still retarded, and you're absolutely right. And people are bound and determined to win these arguments, and it makes me laugh because it's like you don't realize there's no winner here. You're both dicks.
Oh, it's like in my video, some people will comment, will be like, "Oh, you suck. I beat you before," and I'll be like, "Oh, congratulations, dude. Who cares?" And then sometimes I'll say something like, "Good job, smiley face," or half the time I'll say something like, "Oh, gee, someone else beat me on the internet. Now I'm going to go home and chop off my own dick because I don't want to bring children up in the world like this."
Well, that was one of my favorite things when I was doing the Call of Duty videos. The whole channel was based on the fact of how bad I suck. And I would get commenters come in there and say, "Dude, you suck."
Duh.
Like, no shit. And I would tell them, I'd say, "Damn, now I went to all this trouble to set up a channel based upon the concept that I suck, and you just pointed out that I suck. You're a fucking genius. Holy shit, I can't compete with your level of intellect." And that's the kind of stuff I would respond with.
So, do you see any changes in your future videos on the horizon, like in the next year or two, or?
Not really. I really like doing the chat roulette vids. There might be changes, but it'll all be the same goal as just comedy videos. We even started doing the daily joke because I like old jokes. So there's thousands of them to keep me filled with material and every morning I get up all bleary-eyed. Before I go to work, I get out the little iPhone and I record myself telling a stupid joke just because it amuses me and it seems to be amusing the bulk of the people out that come to the channel. So it's like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, by the way, you seen the start of my new bitchin' series?
The start of your what? I love the bitchin' series. I like those.
Video clips, people bitching. I'm actually, when I get hater mail, especially on YouTube, I'll include my commentary, reading it and making fun of them while I'm reading it.
Right.
I'm gonna include that.
I love that stuff.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things. Ideas. I was like, I want to make videos of people bitching, just to make fun of them.
Yeah, I like those videos. I like that one you did. That kid was whining because you and your buddy were beating the shit out of him, and it was supposed to be a 3-way match.
Then later, he couldn't figure out how to leave the match.
Yeah. I love stuff like that. Yeah.
That's why I paused. That's why I paused it to see if the option was on my screen. I was like, "It's there." And then I said, "Well, you can't figure it out. Then turn off your PS3, dumbass, or something."
Yeah, I like that stuff. That's a good series.
So anyhow, the main reason I brought you on for the interview was to well, it's not going to do nothing for me, but I think you're the funniest guy that I know. So I want to.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that.
I want to spread the laughs around the world, basically.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Like I say, that's from now until the day I die. That's what I enjoy doing. If I can make people laugh, I'm happy. That's why I enjoy being in the comment section of the videos and stuff like that, because there's a lot of laughs to be had there. And again, just like I've said in the Chat Raw videos, the truth is, I wouldn't pay those girls a dime to take off their clothes for me because there's plenty of free porn on the internet. But I'll be happy to pay them a per minute price if I can get a laugh out of it.
Yeah, maybe maybe one of them will comment on one of your videos someday. Say, "Hey, that's me."
that would be awesome. Can you imagine?
Yeah. By the way, did you ever? You said you were going to try to get an interview with that Jessica Horror character. You call her Jessica Horror.
Oh, that would be funny.
Have you followed up on trying to get her on a webcast interview?
Oh my God! If I could find the actress that played that role, it would be so fun to find out if she really is a bitch or if she's probably going to turn out to be an absolute sweetheart.
Well, why don't you email the Silver Dollar Games and get them, see if they can get her to go. I mean, maybe she knows about get them to show her the videos, and then Maybe
I
you get
should,
a webcast.
because Silver Dollar Games, of course, the two brothers, and the one brother's commented on several of our videos thanking us for playing their games. So maybe I should try and contact him. See, just
That
have
would
him
make my
deliver a
year.
message
You
to the
get her on an
actress.
interview. That would make my year. No
That would
shit.
be funny. That would be funny.
That would be your number one favorite video of mine. My favorite video of yours.
That girl is either a hardcore bitch or she's a phenomenal actress, because, boy, the game we're talking about is called Don't Be Nervous Talking to Girls, and the actress in there is a bitch. Jessica Hoor.
Yeah, so maybe you can get an interview with her sometime.
That would be awesome. Oh, that would be a pinnacle interview.
Does your wife watch your videos at all?
No, and it's just as well. My wife and I are the best of friends and have a great relationship and are total opposites in senses of humor. She thinks freaking hee-haw and I Love Lucy is funny, and that stuff makes me want to punch myself in the balls just so I can forget that I saw it. And I think that things like, people vomiting or shit like that is funny. You've seen the things that I think is funny. So no, she doesn't watch mine at all. His Spaz Kid keeps employing her to help him when he's doing pranks against me, but other than that, she don't want to be involved. I don't blame her. A lot of times while we're out in public, she'll even go, no, that's not my husband. That's just he's a captor. That's all.
Well, honestly, on when I'm on dates and stuff, I try to remember to release the natural rubber a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm definitely taking best in small doses or no doses. Yeah. That's.
So your videos, what kind of your favorite? The chat roulette ones?
Well, I like doing chat roulette again just because it's improvised, and I like doing improv humor. I just like the idea of somebody popping up on a camera and having to think of funny things to say. So that's why I really enjoy those. But I enjoy making the prank videos. Of course, because Spaz Kid and I prank each other all the time. Just now we record it when we do it. That's all. But I like every piece of entertainment we put out there. I enjoy doing. But yeah, anything that's with improv comedy, I like a lot.
Okay, here's a two-part question. It's about Bubba the Ass Clown. By the way, I think Bubba's a good name for Ass Clown.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think about? What do you like better, like the original first few videos, Bubba, or after the heel turn?
I'm going to lean towards after the heel turn. If for nothing else, I think that will feed your rage videos better, and I really like the rage videos. I think that's a really funny idea, especially in something like the wrestling, because so many people take it so serious, and when their characters getting their ass kicked, it's funnier than hell to listen to them bitch.
Yeah, I forgot the second part of that question there. So I don't know if you remember, I just recently started a group, or what do they call them, a game internet clan or whatever, called the Magnificent Bastards.
Nice.
And I recently had an idea. You saw the video where the other guy had a guy like mine, but he was bigger than me, and
Yep.
he had a blue flannel shirt instead of a flannel sleeves instead of a red and black one. Or was it blue and black?
Yep.
So what do you think about the idea of having a sleeveless flannel being you've seen motorcycle clubs. What do you think about that being your cut for the group?
Oh, I think that's awesome.
You get put in the group, you wear your cut. It's got to be some kind of sleeveless flannel, whatever color.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
We might even decide to go all red or something.
Yeah, it'd be almost like just the side of a prison gang. I like that.
Yeah, maybe I'll get someone to make some art. By the way, I need to find someone that knows how to make channel art, because I do full screen pictures, and then it's too small for the YouTube channel. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I got lucky. Somebody the one we have up on our channel 1 design there, somebody just made for us. So I got really lucky because I have no artistic talent in that stuff, but he did a really nice job.
Okay, so I think it's about wraps it up. Any closing
I
input?
gotta head out anyway.
Any bitches, moans, or complaints?
Nah, I'm having a blast doing this. This, like I say, we stumbled upon doing the whole YouTube thing, and I plan on doing it until I die, which of course could be next week, but I still plan on doing it until I die. I'm hoping to die on the air, to be honest with you. I'm going to make sure my son, if I die while I'm recording a video, he damn well better post it.
Well, the battery's going to die on the camcorder before he gets there, and it's going to...
Yeah, that'd be my luck. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being on my show.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me. I had a great time.
All right. You have a great day.
All right, you too. Talk to you later.